Hi guys, it's Brandi, aka Brandi Forr. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. 2020 has just been a hot mess, but Netflix this year, I must say they have been on it. I figured, hey, why not? I'm always talking about Love Island, so might as well talk about my favorite Netflix shows of 2020. Number 5. All American. So All American is a CW original series that Netflix picked up, I believe, beginning of 2020. And basically this is the premise. So when a rising high school American football player from South LA is recruited to play for Beverly Hills High, the wins, losses, and struggles of two families from vastly different worlds, Crenshaw and Beverly Hills, begin to collide. So basically this high school football player, Spencer, he would play at Crenshaw High since he grew up in Crenshaw. However, Taye Diggs, who is a football coach at Beverly Hills, he notices him on the field at Crenshaw High and he's like, oh, so do you want to play for Beverly Hills? You can get scholarships. You'll definitely be playing in the NFL. Spencer's mom was just like, you cannot pass that up. And Spencer's just like, okay, bet. But like, also, why are you trying to help me so bad? Why are you so pressed to help me? And you find out that information as to why this random man wants to help him so bad, to the point where he brings this man to live in his house with his two other kids, one in which she kind of is in love with Spencer and the other one is like completely jealous of Spencer. So yeah, there's a lot of drama within that. However, Spencer, he can't really escape from his roots or like his hood in general, so drama from there follows him to Beverly Hills. I like the show personally because yes, it's a very dramatic show. It kind of gives me dramatic vibes like Degrassi, for instance. It's like just as dramatic. Obviously because it's a CW show. All CW shows are dramatic. For example, Riverdale, very dramatic. However, something about the show is just, it keeps me on my toes. I like shows that I'm just like, ooh, what's gonna happen? There's always a cliffhanger every episode, and it's so binge-worthy. Like, there are about, 20 episodes in a season? I think there are 2 seasons, I think. And all the episodes are 40-something minutes long. So, it's just enough to watch. Like, if you are looking for a show that you can be invested in, this is a show that you can be invested in, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I would definitely recommend All American. Yes, it can be corny at times, but guys, it's a CW show, it's okay. Number 4 on the list, I would have to say Moesha. So Moesha got picked up by Netflix I would say July, I'm not too sure. I believe July 2020. It's originally a UPN show. UPN is an old network from the 90s. I don't even remember UPN and I'm 23. A lot of people my age remember UPN. I really don't remember UPN, I ain't gonna lie. So this is the premise of the show. The series stars R&B singer Brandi Norwood as Moesha, a high school student living with her family in a neighborhood of Los Angeles. And it's a sitcom, so it definitely has its funny moments. However, I wouldn't say it's as funny as Fresh Prince or Martin or any of those other shows. However, it's a really good show as far as drama. That's why I like this show, this sitcom specifically, because most sitcoms, yes, they have drama. However, they focus more on the funny side of things, where this show, I believe that it's different, that it focuses more on the drama. So yeah, it just comes with a lot of family drama, teenage hardships, of course, and just relationship issues that you can relate to. It's a great quality show for Black people especially, but if you're white, yeah, you should also watch the show. It's just a good show, and it's something that you can play in the background, of course, because it's a sitcom and you don't necessarily have to follow everything going on within the show, and that's why I like it a lot. Like, the theme song just makes up for the entire show in general. So number 3, I would have to say Dead to Me. So Dead to Me is a Netflix original, and I believe it came out in like 2019, last year. So this is the premise of the show. Dead to Me is about a friendship that blossoms between Jen and Judy. Jen is a recently widowed real estate agent based in Laguna Beach, Cali, trying to come in terms with her loss through therapy, exercise, and other methods. She uses her anger and resentment as an outlet for her grief. She meets Judy in a grief support group. Jen mourns her husband, who was killed by a hit-and-run driver, while Judy claims she's grieving for her fiance who died of a heart attack. In actuality, Judy is the hit-and-run driver and her fiance broke up with her. So that's why the show is crazy. So basically, Judy meets Jen in this support group for people who have just like recently lost a loved one. And Jen, she's just like a very angry woman, so she kind of finds it hard to, even connect with anyone in that way, but for some reason she was able to connect with Judy because Judy kind of just like forces herself on Jen, so like she didn't have a choice but to connect with her. So Jen ends up like moving Judy into her house, not knowing that Judy is the reason or part of the reason that her husband is dead. It's crazy. Like the whole plot is insane. And on top of that, it's a funny show. Like they have dry humor. If you're into dry humor, you would like this show. If you're not into dry humor, I don't know what's wrong with you. But yeah, it's a good show because it's funny and it's just very dramatic. And each season, there's 2 seasons? Each season has like cliffhangers, and the cliffhangers are always insane. So yeah, I would recommend it. Number 2 on the list, Money Heist. So Money Heist, this is a Spanish series. Netflix, I don't know when Netflix picked it up. Actually, I'm not sure if they picked it up this year or 2019. However, like as soon as COVID-19 stuff hit, as soon as quarantine started, this show, along with like Ozark, Twitter went bananas. Everyone was talking about this show. Everyone was binging these 2 shows. And it was just like the top show on Netflix. It's probably still the top show as of right now. But I already know back in March, everyone was watching Money Heist. So, Money Heist, set in Madrid, a mysterious man known as the Professor recruits a group of 8 people who choose cities for code names to carry out an ambitious plan that involves entering the Royal Mint of Spain and escaping with 2.4 billion euros. After taking 67 people hostage inside the mint, the team plans to remain inside for 11 days to print the money as they deal with elite police forces. The reason why I like this show, there is action in every episode. There's a cliffhanger every episode. I am not one to like action or violence in general. Even though my favorite show is Breaking Bad, I'm not one to like those things. However, this show always keeps me on my toes. I actually grow to like each character individually. Even though they're doing something bad, I end up liking them anyway, instead of actually sympathizing with the people they're holding hostage. However, it's a great show. The Spanish version is probably 20 times better than the dubbed version, but I just have to watch the dubbed version or I won't pay attention. It's really bad, I know. But yeah, it's a great show. It's a lot of action. Some people say that it, like, by the last season, I think there's like 5 seasons, but by like the latest season, it kind of drags out. However, I don't know. I am obsessed with the show and I cannot wait until the next season, which I believe is the last season. I'm not sure, but yeah. And number 1 on my list of top Netflix shows in 2020, The Office. The Office. The Office. The Office. The Office is an NBC original, but Netflix picked it up a while back. So yeah, The Office is like the best show of 2020, the best show of 2019, the best show of 2018, 2017, 2016. Like, it's just the best show on Netflix. There's a reason why it's the most watched show on Netflix to this date. There are shows that come out on Netflix every single month, but yet The Office is always on top, the most watched show. There's a reason. So, if you don't know what The Office is an American mockumentary sitcom television series that depicts the everyday work lives of office employees in Scranton, PA, at this company called Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. And it's about Michael Scott, who is just a terrible manager because he doesn't take his job seriously, and he's just offensive all around, and just all his employees and all the co-workers, they're just like dealing with this crazy manager every day. And that's why it's such a funny show. It has the best dry humor there is. For like, if you just have to be into dry humor. If you're not into dry humor, like, I don't know what's wrong with you. But the reason why the show works is because if you work in an office environment, you see how relatable the show is. So it's just a funny show, and I just absolutely love Michael Scott. Jim is just a great character who just always looks at the camera. He's like one of those neutral characters. He isn't like too crazy. So that's why he's just a perfect character on the show. Everyone is perfect on the show. Like, the show is just a good quality show. You could play it in the background even if you've seen it 20,000 times, and it will never get old. It's one of those shows that just get funny. I would say if you were to start The Office, I started The Office watching season 3. I didn't start watching season 1 because I already knew season 1 wasn't going to be the best season. And it's true, it wasn't the best season. Some people say season 2 was a pretty good season. I'm like, yeah, it was okay. However, season 3 is where it got like hilarious. Like, that's the season that like kicks off, like, it's just amazing after season 3. The Office, by far the best sitcom, period, point blank, on Netflix. And yeah, so those are my top 5 Netflix picks. So I hope you guys watch them, and let me know if you already do watch them. Let me know in the comments below why you love these shows. If you don't like them, let me know as well. And if you have any Netflix shows that you would like to recommend to me, let me know, and I will definitely do a review on it if I get the chance, you know? So yes, make sure that you like, comment below, and please subscribe to your girl Brandi Forr. I'll see you soon.